Welcome to another session of Kickback Bible Study. We are picking up in Numbers chapter 20. Let's get started. Then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, into the desert of Zin in the first month, and the people abode in Kadesh. And Miriam died there and was buried there. And there was no water for the congregation, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. And the people chode with Moses and spake, saying, Would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord. And why have ye brought up the congregation of the Lord into this wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there? And wherefore have ye made us to come out of Egypt and bring us into the evil place? It is no place of seed or of figs or of vines or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink. And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly into the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell on their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord, and as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said unto them, Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock? And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, Because ye believed me not, to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring his congregation into the land which I have given them. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and he was sanctified in them. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus saith thy brother Israel, Thou knowest all the travail that have befallen us, how our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. And when we cried unto the Lord, he heard our voice, and sent an angel, and hath brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn unto the right hand nor to the left until we have passed thy borders. And Edom said unto him, Thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword. And the children of Israel said unto him, We will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. And he said, Thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him with much people and with a strong hand. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border, wherefore Israel turned away from him. And the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, journeyed from Kadesh and came into Mount Hor. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in Mount Hor by the coast of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall be gathered unto his place, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Israel, because ye rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, and bring them up into Mount Hor, and strip Aaron of his garments, and put them upon Eleazar his son, and Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, and shall die there. And Moses did as the Lord commanded, and they went up to Mount Hor in the sight of all the congregation. And Moses stripped Aaron of his garments, and put them upon Eleazar his son, and Aaron died there on the top of the mount. And Moses and Eleazar came down from the mount, and when all the congregation saw that Aaron was dead, they mourned for Aaron 30 days, even all the house of Israel. Okay, so they in the wilderness, and they complaining about not having no water. So God was like, Moses, Aaron, y'all go make some water come out of this rock. Moses, boom, boom, tap 2 times, whoosh, waterfall. And God is telling his people, because they did not believe, because they had no faith, and they're questioning all these things as if God doesn't have the power to provide, he's not going to bring them into that land. And he instructed the people to go. Edom didn't let them pass. They're journeying on, trying to get to their destination. And Aaron is dead. They did the changing of the robes, and now his son is wearing like his clothes. Okay, chapter 21. And when King Arad the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south, heard tell that Israel came by the way of the spies, then he fought against Israel and took some of them prisoners. And Israel vowed a vow unto the Lord and said, if thou wilt indeed deliver thy people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities. And the Lord hearkened unto the voice of Israel and delivered up the Canaanites, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities. And he called the name of the place Hormah. And they journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom. And the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way. And the people spake against God and against Moses, wherefore have ye brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no bread, neither is there any water, and our soul loath this light bread. And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he take away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people. And the Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent and set it upon a pole, and it shall come to pass that every one that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live. And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if the serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in Oboth. And the journey from Oboth and pitched in Ijerabim in the wilderness, which is before Moab, toward the sunrising. From thence they removed and pitched in the valley of Zered. From thence removed and pitched on the other side of Arnon, which is the wilderness that cometh out of the coast of the Amorites. For Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. Wherefore it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord, what he did in the Red Sea and in the brooks of Arnon, and the stream of the brooks that goeth down to the dwelling of Ar, and lieth upon the border of Moab. And from thence they went to Beer, that is the well wherefore the Lord spake unto Moses, gather thy people together, and I will give them water. And Israel sang this song, spring up, O well, sing ye unto it. The princes digged the well, the nobles of the people digged it, by the direction of the lawgiver with their staves. And from the wilderness they went to Matana, and from Matana to Nethel, and from Nethel to Bamoth, and from Bamoth in the valley, this is the country of Moab, to the top of Pisgah, which looketh toward Jeshmon. And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, let me pass through thy land. We will not turn into the fields nor into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters in the wells, but we will go along by the king's highway until we pass thy borders. And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through his border, but Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness, and came to Jazah and fought against Israel. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword, and possessed his land from Arnon unto Jabbok, even unto the children of Ammon, for the border of the children of Ammon was strong. And Israel took these cities, and Israel dwelt in the cities of the Amorites in Heshbon, and in the villages thereof. For Heshbon was the city of Shinon, the king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Aaron. Wherefore they that speak in Proverbs say, come to Heshbon, let the city of Shinon be built and prepared. For there is a fire gone out of Heshbon, a flame from the city of Shion. It hath consumed Ar and of Moab, and the lords of the high places of Arnon. Woe to thee, Moab, thou art undone. O people of Chemosh, he hath given his sons that escaped and his daughters into captivity until Shion, king of the Amorites. We have shot at them. Heshbon is perished even unto Didon, and we have laid them waste even unto Nopath, which reaches unto Meba. Thus Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorites. And Moses sent to spy out Jazer, And they took the villages thereof, and drove out the Amorites that were there. And they turned and went up by the way of Bashan. And Og the king of Bashan went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle of Edrei. And the Lord said unto Moses, Fear him not, for I have delivered him unto thy hand, and all his people and his land, and thou shalt do to him as thou doest unto Sihon king of the Amorites, which dwell at Heshbon. So they smote him and his sons and all his people, until there was none left him alive, and they possessed his land. Okay, so they traveling on their journey, and they just taking over cities, but one by one. Yeah, they winning. God is with them, and they winning. Okay, chapter 22. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab on the side of Jordan by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done unto the Amorites, and Moab was sore afraid of the people, because they were many, and Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, Now shall this company lick up all that are round about us, as the ox licketh up the grass of the fields. And Balak the son of Zippor was king of the Moabites at that time. He sent messengers therefore unto Balaam the son of Beor to Petor, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot that he whom thou blessest is blessed, and he whom thou cursest is cursed. And the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the rewards of divination in their hand, and they came unto Balaam, and spake unto him the words of Balak. And he said unto them, Lodge here this night, and I will bring you word again, as the Lord shall speak unto me. And the princes of Moab abode with Balaam. And God came unto Balaam and said, What men are these with thee? And Balaam said unto God, Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, hath sent unto me, saying, Behold, there is a people come out of Egypt, which covereth the face of the earth. Come now, curse me them. Peradventure I shall be able to overcome them and drive them out. And God said unto Balaam, Thou shalt not go with them, thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. And Balaam rose up in the morning and said unto the princes of Balak, Get you into your land, for the Lord refuseth to give me leave to go with you. And the princes of Moab rose up, and they went into Balak and said, Balaam refuses to come with us. And Balak sent again princes more and more honorable than they, and they came to Balaam and said to him, Thus saith Balak the son of Zippor, letting nothing, I pray thee, hinder thee from coming unto me, for I will promise thee unto very great honor, and I will do whatsoever thou sayest unto me. Come therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people. And Balaam answered and said unto the servants of Balak, If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord my God to do less or more. Now therefore I pray you, tarry ye also here this night, that I may know what the Lord saith unto me more. And God came unto Balaam at night and said unto him, If the men come to call thee, rise up and goeth with them, but yet the word which I shall say unto thee, that shall thou do. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass and went with the prince of Moab. And God's anger was kindled because he went, and the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his two servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And the ass turned aside out of the way, and went into the field. And Balaam smote the ass, and turned her unto the way. But the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyards, a wall being on this side and a wall on that side. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she thrusted herself unto the wall, and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place, where there was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with his staff. And the Lord opened up the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, What have I done unto thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? And Balaam said unto the ass, Because thou hast mocked me, I would there were a sword in mine hand, for now I will kill thee. And the ass said unto, so he's talking with a donkey. And the ass said unto Balaam, and the ass said unto Balaam, am I not thine ass upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thine unto this day? Was I ever wont to do so unto thee? And he said, nay. Then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And he bowed his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, wherefore hast thou smitten thine ass these 3 times? Behold, I went out to withstand thee, because thy way is perverse before me. And the ass saw me, and turned from me these 3 times. Unless she had turned from me, surely now I also had slain thee, and saved her alive. And Balaam said unto the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I knew not that thou stoodest in the way against me. Now therefore, if it displease thee, I will get me back again. And the angel of the Lord said unto Balaam, go with the men, but only the word that I shall speak unto thee, that thou shalt speak. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him unto the city of Moab, which was on the border of Arnon, which is in the uttermost coast. And Balak said unto Balaam, did I not earnestly send unto thee to call thee? Wherefore camest thou not unto me? Am I not able indeed to promote thee to honor? And Balaam said unto Balak, lo, I am come unto thee. Have I now any power at all to say anything? The word that God putteth in my mouth, that shall I speak. And Balaam went with Balak, and they came unto Kirjathothoth. And Balak offered oxen and sheep, and went and sent to Balaam and to the princes that were with him. And it came to pass on the morrow that Balak took Balaam and brought him unto the place of Baal, and thence Baal, and thence he might see the uttermost part of the people. That's the end of chapter 22. So it's one king that's like, hey, come help me get rid of these people that's out here, because they over here taking over cities, and I don't want to be taken over. Can you come help me out, because I can't do it by myself? And the other king was like, okay, let me pray about it. I'll let you know. And God was like, nah, don't mess with them people. They blessed. And so he was like, nah, I'm good. I ain't coming. The messengers went back, and the king was like, I'm going to give you gold and fame and all this different kind of stuff. The other king was like, but nah, you give me a whole house of silver and gold, and I still can't go against the Lord. And the people went back and was like, he ain't coming. And so they sent again. And he was like, man, come on, just come help me. He was like, let me pray about it again. So God was like, look, I done told you not to go. If you go, you're only going to do what I tell you to do. So he was like, okay, I'm going to go. I'm just going to go. So he on the road, he going. God was like, did not go. So he put an angel in the way and was like, I'm going to try to stop him from going. The donkey was like, oh, it's something in the way. And he, get in line. And the donkey was like, I can't go that way. It's something blocking my way. And now as he's having an exchange, he talked with the donkey, and then the angel showed up, and he realized, like, okay, I've displeased God by going. I should have just stayed. So he's there now, and now he's conversing with the other king. They having a feast. They done killed some ox, and they having a dinner, trying to talk about this thing about these people that's traveling and what they're gonna do about it. Okay, chapter 23. And Balaam said unto Balak, build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 oxen and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had spoken. And Balak and Balaam offered on every altar a bullock and a ram. And Balaam said unto Balak, stand by the burnt offerings, and I will go peradventure, and the Lord will come to me, and whatsoever he showeth me, I will tell thee. And he went to a high place, and God met Balaam, and he said unto him, I have prepared 7 altars, and I have offered upon every altar a bullock and a ram. And the Lord put a word in Balaam's mouth, and said, return unto Balak, and say, and thus thou shalt speak. And he returned unto them, and lo, he stood by his burnt sacrifice, he and all the princes of Moab. And he took up his parable, and said unto Balak, the king of Moab hath brought me from a ram out of the mountains of the east, saying, come, curse me, Jacob, and come, defy Israel. How shall I curse whom God hath not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom the Lord hath not defied? For from the top of the rocks I see him, And from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of righteous, and let my last end be like his. And Balak said unto Balaam, What hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast blessed them altogether. And he answered and said, Must I not take heed to speak that which the Lord hath put in my mouth? And Balak said unto him, Come, I pray thee, with me unto another place from whence thou mayest see them. And thou seest the uttermost part of them, and shall not see them all, and curse me from thence. And he brought him out to the field of Zophim, and the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar. And he said unto Balak, Stand here by the burnt offerings while I meet the Lord yonder. And the Lord met Balaam, and put a word in his mouth, and said, Go again unto Balak, and say thus. And when he came unto him, behold, he stood by his burnt offerings, and the princes of Moab with him. And Balak said unto him, What hath the Lord spoken? And he took up his parable, and said, Rise up, Balak, and hear. Hearken unto me, thou son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent, hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, shall he not make it good? Behold, I have received commandment to bless, and he hath blessed, and I cannot reverse it. He hath not beheld iniquity in Jacob, neither had he seen perverseness in Israel. The Lord his God with him, and the shout of the king is among them. God brought them out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of an unicorn. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, What hath God wrought? Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey, and drink the blood of the slain. And Balak said unto Balaam, Neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. But Balaam answered and said unto Balak, Told not I thee, saying, All that the Lord spaketh, that must I do? And Balak said unto Balaam, Come, I pray thee, I will bring thee unto another place. Peradventure I will please God, and thou may curse me them from thence. And Balak brought Balaam unto the top of Peor, and looketh toward Jehoshan. And Balaam said unto Balak, Build me there 7 altars, and prepare me there 7 bullocks and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had said, and offered the bullocks and the rams on every altar. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 23. After he passed the angel, God was like, Don't say nothing I'll tell you to say. He's telling the guy, like, no, we can't go up against these people. They're not, they're blessed by God, and I can't go against God. It was like, let's pray again and see if you might not have prayed in the right place to get the right answer. He's telling them the word is consistent. This is what God says. Okay, chapter 24. And when Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he went not as at other times to seek for enchantment, but he set his face toward the wilderness. And Balaam lifted up his eyes, and he saw Israel abiding in his tents according to their tribes. And the Spirit of God came upon him. And he took his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, hath said, and the man whose eyes are open hath said, He hath said, which heard the words of God, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into the trance, but having his eyes open. How godly are thy tents, O Jacob, and thy tabernacles, O Israel, as the valleys are the valleys are they spread forth, as gardens by the riverside, as the trees of lings along which the Lord hath planted, and as cedar trees beside the waters. He shall pour the water out of his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters, and his king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. God brought him forth out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. He shall eat up the nations his enemies, and he shall break their bones and pierce them through with his arrows. He crouched, he lay down as a lion, and as a great lion, who shall stir him up? Blessed is he that blesses thee, and cursed is he that curses thee. And Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam, and he smote his hands together. And Balak said unto Balaam, I call thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast altogether blessed them these 3 times. Therefore now flee thou to thy place. I thought to promote thee unto great honor, but lo, the Lord hath kept me back, has kept thee back from honor. And Balaam said unto Balak, Speak I also to thy messengers which thou sent unto me, saying, If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the commandment of the Lord to do either good or bad of mine own mind. But what the Lord saith, that will I speak. And now, behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. And he took up his parable and said to Balaam the son of Beor hath said, and the man whose eyes are open hath said, he hath said, which heard the words of God, and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Shahith. And Edom shall be a possession, Seir also be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but this latter end shall be that he perish forever. And he took the king of Kenites, and took up his parable and said, Strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nest in a rock. Nevertheless, the Kenite shall be wasted until Asher shall carry thee away captive. And he took upon his pole and said, Alas, who shall live when God doeth this? And ships shall come from the coast of Chemet, and shall afflict Asher, and shall afflict Eber, and he also shall perish forever. And Balaam rose up and went and returned to his place, and Balak went also his way. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 24. Prayed again, and he was like, we done went to 3 different places, and you telling me the same thing. Okay, chapter 25. And Israel abode in Shmitton, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab, and they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods, and the people did eat and bowed down unto their gods. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take all the heads of the people and hang them before the Lord against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, Slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was staved from the children of Israel. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, hath turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consumed not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Wherefore say, Behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace, and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God, and made an atonement for the children of Israel. Now the name of the Israelite that was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zermari, the son of Salu, the prince of a chief amongst the Simeonites. And the name of the Midianitish woman that was slain was Cosbi, the daughter of Zur. He was head over a people and of a chief house of Midian. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Vex the Midianites and smite them, for they vex you with their wails, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of the prince of Midian, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague for Peor's sake. Okay, so That was the end of chapter 25. So they living in this place, and they starting to intermingle with these people, and it's pulling them away from God. These people have different beliefs. So God was like, chop all the heads off of everybody who's around here praying to these goats or statues or whatever, as an example. And that's what happened. Chapter 26. And it came to pass after the plague that the Lord spake unto Moses and unto the Eleazar and the son of Aaron the priest, saying, Take the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel from 20 years old and upward throughout their father's house, all that are able to go to war in Israel. And Moses and Eleazar the priest spake with them in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho, saying, Take the sum of the people from 20 years old and upward, as the Lord commanded Moses, and the children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt. Reuben, the eldest son of Israel, the children of Reuben, Hanok, of whom cometh the family of the Hanokites, of Palu, the family of the Palutites, of Hezron, the family of the Hezrontites, of Carmi, the family of the Carmerites. These are the families of the Reubenites, and they that were numbered of them were 43,730. And the son of Palu, Elab, and the son of Elab, Neuel, and Dathan and Abiram, that Dathan and Abiram, which are famous in the congregation, who strove against Moses and against Aaron in the company of Korah, when they strove against the Lord. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up together with Korah, when that company died, what time the fire devoured 250 men, and they became a sign. Notwithstanding, the children of Korah died not. And the sons of Simeon, after their families, of Nemuel, and the family of the Nemuelites, of Jamin, the family of the Jeminites, of Josh, the family of the Joachites, of Zeron, the family of the Zerontites, of Shaul, the family of the Shalutites. These are the families of the Simeonites, 20,200. The children of Gad, after their families, of Zephon, the family of the Zephonites, of Haggai, the family of the Haggites, of Shuni, the family of the Shunites, of Ozni, the family of the Oznites, of Eri, the family of the Eriites, of Arod, the families of the Arodites, of Ariel, the family of the Arielites. These are the families of the children of Gad, according to those that were numbered of them, 40,500. The sons of Judah were and Onan. The and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Judah, after their families, of Shelah, and the family of the Shelatites, of Pazar, the family of the Perizzites, of Zoran, the family of the Zorantites. And the sons of Perez were Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, and Hamuel, the family of the Hamuelites. These are the families of Judah, according to those that were numbered of them, 16,500. Of the sons of Issachar, after their families, of Tola, the family of the Tolotites, of Pal, the family of the Paltites, of Jashub, the family of the Jashubites, of Shimron, the family of the Shimratites. These are the families of Issachar, according to those that were numbered of them, 64,300. And the sons of Zebulun, after their families, of Sered, the family of Seratites, of Elam, the family of the Elantites, of Jaleel, the family of the Jaleeltites. These are the families of the Zebulunites, according to those that were numbered of them, 70,500. The sons of Joseph, after their families, were Manasseh and Ephraim. Manasseh. Oh, of the sons of Manasseh, of Micr, the family of the Merikites, and of Micr begat Gilead. Of Gilead came the family of the Gileadites. These are the sons of Gilead, of Jezer, the family of the Jezerites, of Helek, the family of the Helekites, and of Asriel, the family of the Asrielites, of Shebachim, the family of the Shebachmites, of Shemidia, the family of the Shemidianites, of Hefer, the family of Hepherites. And Zalpoline had, the sons of Heper had no sons but daughters, and the names of the daughters of Zelophehad were Malha and Noah, Holga, Malkah, and Tirzah. These are the families of Manasseh, Manasseh, and those that were numbered of them, 50 and 2,700. These are the sons of Ephraim after their families of Shattuthite, the family of the Shattuhites, and of Bichar, the family of the Becharites, of Tan, the family of the Tanites. And these are the sons of Shaluth, of Eram, the family of the Aaronites. And these are the families of the sons of Ephraim, according to those that were numbered of them, 30 and 2,500. These are the sons of Joseph after their families. The sons of Benjamin after their families, of Bela, the family of the Belatites, of Ashbel, the family of the Ashbelatites, of Aram, the families of the Aramatites, of Shepham, the family of the Shephamites, of Hupam, the family of the Hupamites. And the sons of Bela were Ard and Nam, of Ard, the family of the Ardites, and of Nam, the family of the Namites. These are the sons of Benjamin after their families, and they that were numbered of them were 40 and 5,600. These are the sons of Dan after their families, of Shabam, the families of Shabamtites, and these are the families of Dan after their families. All the families of the Shabanites, according to those that were numbered of them, were 64 and 4,400. Of the children of Asher after their families, of Jimnah, the family of the Jeminites, of Jesui, the family of the Jesuites, of Berah, the family of the Beriites, of the sons of Berah, of Heber, the family of the Heberites, Malkiel, the family of the Malkielites, and the name of the daughter of Asher was Sarah. Those are the families of the sons of Asher, according to those that were numbered of them, who were 50 and 3,400. The sons of Naphtali after their families, Jeziel, the family of the Jezreelites, of Guni, the family of the Guniites, of Jezer, the family of the Jezerites, of Shalem, the family of the Shemelites. These are the families of Naphtali according to their families, and they that were numbered of them were 40 and 5,400. These were the number of the children of Israel, 600,000 and 1,730. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Unto the land shall be divided for an inheritance according to the number of names. To many thou shalt give the more inheritance, and to few thou shalt give the less inheritance. To every one shall his inheritance be given according to those that were numbered of him. Notwithstanding, the land shall be divided by lot according to the names of the tribes of their fathers. They shall inherit according to the lot shall the possession thereof be divided between many and few. And these are they that were numbered of the Levites after the family of Gershon, the family of the Gershonites, of Kohath, the family of the Kohathites, of Maria, the family of the Miriites. These are the families of the Levites, the family of the Lebanites, the family of the Hebronites, the family of the Melatites, the family of the Mushites, the family of the Korathites, and Kohath begot Amram, and the name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, whom her mother bare to Levi in Egypt, and she bare unto Amram, Aaron, and Moses, and Miriam their sister. And unto Aaron was born Nabab, and Abu, Elzer, and Ithmar, and Nabab and Abu died when they offered strange fire before the Lord. And those that were numbered of them were 20 and 3,000, all males from a month old and upward, for they were not numbered among the children of Israel, because there was no inheritance given them among the children of Israel. These are they that were numbered by Moses and Eleazar the priest, who numbered the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho. But among these there was not a man of them who Moses and Aaron the priests numbered when they numbered the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. For the Lord has said of them, they shall surely die in the wilderness, and there was not left a man of them, save Caleb the son of Jepham, and Joshua the son of Nun. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 26. So they did a census again, and God said, okay, I'm getting ready to move these people. I done weeded y'all out. The people who was questioning me, they done died by serpents and plague, and he's he separated those people, and all those people who he said wasn't going to come into the land, when they did the census again, none of those people were still alive. So except Caleb and Joshua, because they when God was like, let's get up and go, let's do what the guys, God said, they did not err from that. So chapter 27. Then came the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Herper, the son of Goliad, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of the Manasseh, the son of Joseph. And these are the names of his daughters: Melha, Noah, and Hogli and Milcah and Tisra. And they stood before Moses and before Eleazar the priest and before the princes and all the congregation by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves together against the Lord in the company of Korah, but died in his own sin and had no sons. Why should the name of our father be done away from among his family, because he hath no son? Give unto us therefore a possession among the brethren of our father. And Moses brought their cause before the Lord, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad speak right. Thou shalt surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brethren, and thou shalt cause the inheritance of their father to pass unto them. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a man die and have no son, then ye shall cause his inheritance to pass unto his daughter. And if he have no daughter, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his brethren. And if he have no brethren, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his father's brethren. And if his father have no brethren, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his kinsman that is next to him of his family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be unto the children of Israel a statute of judgment, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, Get thee up unto the mount Arabim, and see the land which I have given unto the children of Israel. And when thou hast seen it, thou shalt be gathered unto thy people, as Aaron thy brother was gathered. For ye rebelled against my commandment in the desert of Zin, in the strife of the congregation, to sanctify me at the water before their eyes, that is the water of Meribah, in the Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin. And Moses spake unto the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of the spirit of all flesh, set a man over the congregation, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep which have no shepherd. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take thee Joshua son of Nun, a man in whom the Spirit, and lay thine hand upon him, and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight. And thou shalt put some of thine honor upon him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. And he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall ask counsel for him after the judgment of Urim before the Lord. At his word shall they go out, and at his word shall they come in both he and all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation. And Moses did as the Lord commanded him. And he took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest and before all the congregation. And he laid his hands upon him and gave him his charge, as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. Okay, that's the end of chapter 27. So Joshua just got like the holy promotion. Joshua's that dude now. All right, chapter 28. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel, and say unto them, my offering and my bread for my sacrifices made by fire, and for sweet savor unto me, shall ye observe to offer unto me in their due season. And thou shalt say unto them, This is the offering made by fire, which ye shall offer unto the Lord: 2 lambs of the first year, without spot, day by day, for a continual burnt offering. The 1 lamb shalt thou offer in the morning, and the other lamb shalt thou offer at even. And the 10th part of the ephah of flour for meat offering, mingled with the 4th part of an hin of beaten oil. It is a continual burnt offering, which was ordained in Mount Sinai for a sweet savor, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord. And the drink offering therefore shall be the 4th part of an hin for the 1 lamb. In the holy place shalt thou cause the strong wine to be poured unto the Lord for a drink offering. And the other lamb shalt thou offer at even, as the meat offering of the morning, and as the drink offering thereof. Thou shalt offer it in sacrifice made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And on the Sabbath day 2 lambs of the first year without spot, and 2/10 deals of flour for a meat offering mingled with oil, and the drink offering thereof. This is the burnt offering of every Sabbath, besides the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. And the beginnings of your month ye shall offer a burnt offering unto the Lord, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without spot, and 3/10 deals of flour for a meat offering mingled with oil for 1 bullock, and 2/10 deals of flour for meat offering mingled with oil for 1 ram, and a several tenth deal of flour mingled with oil for a meat offering unto 1 lamb, for a burnt offering of a sweet savor, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord. And their drink offering shall be a half hin of wine unto a bullock, and the 3rd part of a hin unto a ram, and the 4th part of a hin unto a lamb. That is the burnt offering of every month throughout the months of the year. And 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering unto the Lord shall be offered, besides the continual burnt offering and his drink offering. And in the 14th day of the 1st month is the Passover of the Lord, and in the 15th day of this month is the feast. 7 days shall unleavened bread be eaten. In the 1st day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no manner of servile work therein, but ye shall offer a sacrifice made by fire for burnt offerings unto the Lord, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, and 7 lambs of the first year. They shall be unto you without blemish. And their meat offering shall be of flour mingled with oil. 3/10 deals shall ye offer for a bullock, and 2/10 deals for a ram. A several 10th deal shall thou offer for every lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 goat for a sin offering to make an atonement for you. Ye shall offer these besides the burnt offerings in the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. After this manner ye shall offer daily throughout the 7 days the meat of the sacrifice made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. It shall be offered besides the continual burnt offerings and his drink offering. And on the 7th day ye shall have a holy convocation, and ye shall do no servile work. Also in the day of the first fruits, when ye bring a new meat offering unto the Lord, after your weeks be out, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work, but ye shall offer the burnt offerings for a sweet savor unto the Lord, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year, and their meat offerings of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deals unto 1 bullock, 2/10 deals unto 1 ram, a several 10th deal unto 1 lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 kid of the goats to make an atonement for you. Ye shall offer them besides the continual burnt offering and this meat offering. They shall be unto you without blemish, and their drink offerings. Okay, that's the end of chapter 28. So told them to do the sacrifice as a tradition that they established in Mount Sinai. Okay, so chapter 29. And on the 7th month of the 1st day of the month, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work in this day of blowing trumpets unto you. And ye shall offer a burnt offering for a sweet savor unto the Lord, 1 young bullock and 1 ram, and 7 lambs of the first year without blemish. And their meat offering shall be of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deals for a bullock, and 2/10 deals for a ram, and 1/10 deal for 1 lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering to make an atonement for you, beside the burnt offering of the month, and his meat offering, and the daily burnt offering, and his meat offering, and their drink offerings according to their manner, for a sweet savor, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord. And ye shall have on the 10th day of the 7th month an holy convocation, and ye shall afflict your souls, and ye shall do no work therein, but ye shall offer a burnt offering unto the Lord for a sweet savor, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, and 7 lambs for the first year. They shall be unto you without blemish. And their meat offerings shall be of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deals to a bullock, and 2/10 deals to 1 ram, a several 10th deal for 1 lamb throughout the 7 lambs, 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, besides the sin offering of atonement, and a continual burnt offering, and the meat offerings of it, and their drink offerings. And on the 15th day of the 7th month ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work, and ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. And ye shall offer a burnt offerings, a sacrifice made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. 13 young bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year. They shall be without blemish. And their meat offerings shall be of flour mingled with oil, 3/10 deals unto every bullock of 13 bullocks, 2/10 deals to each ram of the 2 rams, and a several tenth deal to each lamb of the 14 lambs, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, besides a continual burnt offering, his meat offering and his drink offering. And on the second day ye shall offer 12 young bullocks, 2 rams, 14 lambs of the first year without spot, and their meat offerings and their drink offerings for the bullock, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner. The 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offerings and the meat offerings thereof and their drink offerings. And on the third day 11 bullocks, 2 rams, 14 lambs of the first year without blemish, and their meat offerings and their drink offerings for their bullocks, for the rams, for his lambs, shall be according to their number, after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offerings and his meat offerings and his drink offerings. And on the 4th day 10 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year without blemish. Their meat offerings and their drink offerings for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their numbers, after the manner. And 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offerings, his meat offering and his drink offering. And on the 5th day 9 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year without spot, and their meat offering and their drink offerings for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering and his meat offering and his drink offering. And on the 6th day 8 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year without blemish, and their meat offerings and their drink offerings for the bullocks, for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their numbers, after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, besides a continual burnt offering, his meat offering and his drink offering. And on the 7th day 7 bullocks, 2 rams, and 14 lambs of the first year without blemish, and their meat offerings and their drink offerings for the bullocks, and for the rams, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, besides a continual burnt offering, his meat offering and his drink offering. On the 8th day ye shall have a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer a burnt offering, a sacrifice made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord, 1 bullock, 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without blemish. Their meat offerings and their drink offerings for the bullock, and for the ram, and for the lambs shall be according to their number, after the manner. And 1 goat for a sin offering, beside the continual burnt offering, and his meat offering and his drink offering. These things ye shall do unto the Lord in your set feast, beside your vows and your free will offerings, for your burnt offerings, and for your meat offerings, and for your drink offerings, and for your peace offerings. And Moses told the children of Israel according to all the Lord commanded Moses. Okay, that's the end of chapter 29. So they were instructed to do the sacrifices on another day, on the 7th month and the first day of the month. All right, so that is the end of chapter 29. We will pick up next time on chapter 30, Numbers chapter 30. So thank y'all again for spending some time with me. That's been another session of Kickback Bible Study. And as always, I hope that someone is being fortified by the hearing and the studying of the word. And I hope that your self-study habits are improving. So I will see y'all next time.